What's up, internet friends? Back again with another proof of life log where I try to prove that I am alive through this digital screen you're watching me through. I hope you stick around, slow down with me as I watch the sun go down in front of me. I hope I'm entertaining enough for your attention, as life is lived in the arena, and we must all participate in it, whether we like it or not. That does sound cynical at a glance, but I think there's beauty to that, to this condition we have fallen into in our existence as humans. So stick around as I try to answer the question that I've been struggling with. What does it mean to be a productive member of society? I'm really questioning this because I feel I am lacking in my own potential. I am falling behind of my own potential, my own ambitions and dreams. And this is a harsh truth I've been toying with, I've been wrestling with. Because I constantly feel like I'm being tested in the eyes of society, in the eyes of our culture, in the eyes of myself, and in the eyes of others. I am both the victim and the victimizer. I am both the master and the slave. I am both the soul and the shadow, or the ego in the shadow. I am at fault for these thoughts of mine, and I'm at fault for the questions I wonder. I blame myself for it, and I keep myself accountable. It's a hard dance to follow, to blame myself for all these thoughts, everything. But I think it's important to maintain your agency in this chaotic world we live in. To acknowledge that you are both the victim and the victimizer is much easier to say than do. And I cannot say I'm perfect at it. I am quite imperfect. I don't necessarily know what it means to be a productive member of society, because I constantly feel like I am insufficient. I constantly feel this subjective inferiority. What am I worth? In this day and age, it's easy to fall into this negative feedback loop, this negative spiral. I found myself in this spiral this past week. I found myself dreading and having that dread reinforce itself onto me, because it feels like everything that I was doing, and all the work that I've been doing, all the writing I've been doing has been all for naught, all for nothing. It's this struggle I face. But I think in this struggle, there is meaning. There is a point to this. It could be self-serving. I think me recording myself talk is a self-serving act in itself. It is autotelic, meaning I do it for the sake of itself. But I cannot deny that maybe there are other secondary motivations behind why I am doing this. Because I want to be able to connect to you. I want to be able to connect to myself. I want to be able to connect to society, to the collective as a whole, to feel myself flourishing. And I don't think it's a bad thing to have this self-interest, this incentive within. It is almost like a driving force, and we are in constant need of energy, and of food, of sustenance. And I think I am searching for sustenance. I'm searching for substance. And in this world of noise, it's hard to find substance. It's hard to find things of taste. So I hope what I'm creating is something of taste, something of substance. It's hard to compete with the machines and all the brain rot and all the slop. Maybe this is slop. Who knows? One man's trash is another man's treasure, or one man's slop is another man's treasure. But before I go too off the rails, I think this question of what it means to be productive points at what it means to value yourself. This feeling of worth. I think it is a bit subjective, but there is a sense of freedom in the subjectiveness. We may not be able to change objective facts, but we have a certain sense of freedom, a certain degree of freedom in subjectivity. Therefore, I think we have agency, we have accountability over these thoughts that we have for ourselves. This void of mind we exist in. We are responsible for it. I think it's important to preserve this agency for yourself. Whether that makes you happy or sad, I think it's all worth it. There is a sense of value there to wrestle with these thoughts, to wrestle with these emotions. I've been reading a lot of books, and one book I really like here is Tuesdays with Maury. Definitely recommend. It's about an old man and a young man. One man on his deathbed, acting as a bridge for the living towards meaning. And you get a lot of insights there. I think the closer you are to death, the closer you are on the press of death, it means you're in this in-between state where you're able to find or feel insights to a greater degree than most. And it's almost as if you're rebelling against death itself. But these feelings of inferiority, these feelings of less, of feeling like you're a blot to society, I think it's a negative thought path. Because I think we are waiting for something to happen. We are thinking that if something just happens, that we will be happier. That in this pursuit for more, we will be happier. But that's not always the case. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't have ambitions, but are you trying to win a losing game? I think that's an important question to ask. Sorry, it's getting a little dark, so there's the light there. Are you winning? Are you trying to win a losing game? You don't want to climb a ladder just to realize you've been climbing the wrong ladder. And that was I think a cheesy metaphor, but I really do hope I'm climbing the right ladder. I've been doubting myself, been questioning myself on if this path I'm walking, this unconventional path that I'm walking, if it is the right path for me. I challenge my faith in myself, because I don't want to be delusional. I think I am keenly aware of myself, of my shortcomings, and this can make you feel a lot of dread. So, I think to escape this negative thought path, you must act. Act against it. Really question and reframe your mind. Gain more perspective. Gain a different perspective. Question on what you really want. Let me look at my notes. Don't buy into the culture if it doesn't serve you. So many people walk around half asleep, half dead, before they even walk into their grave. Oh, someone's here. Hey, Uncle.
Hey, I'm just doing my walk.
Oh, sweet.
All right, Jake.
My uncle just passed through. That's funny. But, be right back. I wonder this because I have been struggling. I have been struggling with my stress. I have been struggling with my lust. I have been struggling with my doubt, my dread, my depression, my future, my thoughts, my emotions, my work, my money, my struggles, myself. I've been struggling and I've been feeling overwhelmed lately. And I could feel myself losing myself, losing myself to the pressures, to the anxiety. And I don't want to lose myself. But I think there's a necessary act of disintegration. I muddy my own self symbol because I try to form it. I try to formulate all these changes within me. But there's an overthought that happens, an overthinking, an overconsumption of thought. There are certain things I need to unlearn too. And it is a counterintuitive thought, so I hope this doesn't get too confusing. But there are certain aspects of myself that I need to accept. Certain shadowed dots, perhaps even evil. Because I think evil does exist in all of us because we are not perfect. We all have this form of sin within us. And I'm not trying to be your pastor on Sunday. But we are incomplete. We are wholly incomplete. And to think that you're not, I think, is hubris and overconfidence. So I accept that I am incomplete. But in this acceptance, I am worried that I grow indifferent to love, indifferent to my emotions, indifferent to my struggles. I don't want to be fully detached and dissociated from my own self. So I'm working through that. I think there's someone outside. I am the victim and the victimizer. I am the master and the slave. I am the ego in the shadow. To find union to both, a bridge and interconnection. To find the bridge, the connection. Between the light and the dark, where the day meets the night and the night meets the day. That is where I think I flourish. That is where I think I will find myself. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Someone's coming.